Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to my channel Outside with Jeff. Just wanted to give you a little look at the onion plants we've got out. As you can see, they're looking really good. The majority of them already have three leaves out. I do have, there's one with four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically every leaf on an onion plant is going to eventually develop into a ring on an onion. The perfect onion has 13 rings. Therefore, ideally you want to eventually get up to having 13 leaves, since you want 13 rings. So that one has 1, 2, 3. The fourth one's developing there. You should be getting about 1 leaf per week at this point. These were planted about a month ago. I think it's like April 11th right now. Yeah, they were planted right about a month ago. So 4 weeks, we've got 4 leaves, which of course from sets, when you plant them, you're gonna have a little bit of dormancy. There's one right there, the 5th leaf is starting to come out. If we come on over, these are the slips that were planted. So they're gonna be a little bit, they haven't really come out of dormancy yet since they've been planted. So like that one has 4 leaves, but there's some brown. That's just from where they were picked, harvested from the initial grower, and then they went dormant. So here's one that I dropped. I'm gonna go ahead and get him put in the ground. There we go. So yeah, that's what you want to look for. I just put down some fertilizer. Onions like a lot of nitrogen. I just put some 12-12-12 down. There's some little bit of it there, and you'll see I also have a little bit of Miracle-Gro in there. You'll see some of the blue dye. So onions need high nitrogen. You want to think of it as kind of growing grass when you're growing these tops. So you want to get a lot of top, and then the top, when it starts bulbing, it's going to send all the energy that was developed into the top of the onion down to the bulb of the onion. So the bigger the top, the bigger the bulbs you're going to get. So it's important to give them some good amount of nitrogen. They say with onions you want to do 1 cup of fertilizer per 20 row feet. So it's kind of hard to figure out, but this is a 24-foot bed, and I have basically 8 rows, but they figure 16-inch spacing. There would be 3 16-inch rows in this bed because it's about 48 inches wide. So in a 24-foot, that gives you a total of 72 feet. Round that up to 80. That would give you 4 cups. Essentially, you would want to distribute about 4 cups in a bed this size. At least that's what I do. Some people might not agree with that math. Some people might want to do it differently. I did put a lot of compost in this before I tilled it up, so it has a lot of compost. I put the straw down, so that's adding some organic matter. It's going to help with the water retention. It's going to keep the ground from drying out so fast. But I'm also using these inorganic fertilizers. In these previous years, I stayed away from inorganic fertilizers, but with all the food uncertainty in this world right now, I mean, I've went to the store about 7 times in the last year when they did not have onions. So I normally like to grow organically, but your yields are not as good. That's just what I've noticed. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some 12-12-12 while it's readily available. Who knows, in a year it might not be readily available, or if it is, the cost might be double what it is now. So I'm using some fertilizer because I want to make sure I have a good crop. I've got 629 onions in this bed, and I want to make sure, I have a good yield. So just wanted to show you a little bit about the onions, explain to you about the leaves and how that relates to your onion size, and then give you a little breakdown of my fertilization. And I'll do that fertilization every 2 weeks, and you want to cut off the fertilizer or apply an additional fertilizer once the bulbing starts. So I will probably do 4 to 5 applications of fertilizers every 2 weeks, and then I will quit fertilizing. I'll just make sure that we have consistent water. I'll also, as these plants get a little bigger, I'm going to put more straw over them. Initially I didn't want to put too much straw because I didn't want to keep the onions from being able to come up, but as the onion plants get bigger, I'll come by and thicken up the layer of straw. So thanks for tuning in this video. Have a great day.